Guys, sit the fuck down, Jesus.
He's still laughing about it.
Is Ben a Murloc?
Don't do that!
Guys, stop! You're turning Alex on. Stop that. Alex, try to keep yourself under control. It's okay. It'll stop soon.
What the fuck is a Murloc?
She's leaking.
Guys, have you thought of your one-liner yet? Because I haven't.
Previously on...
Is there? Are we starting up with these?
Oh my god! Logan's throwing up again, guys.
Thought we were still waiting on Nick.
After leaving Varen Harbor, coming across a strange, incredible danger at Sear Farms, and spending some time at Tybuck Rest. You finally found yourselves, though a bit in debt, at least one of you, after a long dinner and a good day. You found yourselves heading further north, on your way to Starshore, on the main roads that cut through the heart of the Veiled Heartland. On your first night, before you were even able to set up camp, you came across a couple of people who were interested in getting your help. They had apparently been attacked. Found out later that no, in fact, they were members of the Scions of Izotl. A group of people trying to better Lenore, or at least where they live in Lenore, by avoiding Lenore, by ignoring it, not helping, not dealing with any of the ins and outs of it, but instead avoiding it. After having a showdown in this ambush against the Scions of Izotl, you captured those that survived, and the final tally was a couple dead, a lot alive, and a leader that you knew. A leader that was, strangely enough, Evian's father. So, I ask unto you all, as you set up your camp watches for the night, still not knowing exactly what to do, where to go from here, what to do with all of these people. Amari, Evian, Liliana, Owen, Rom, Simon, and Walker. No, Henry. I ask unto you all, what are you guys doing on this? I don't know. We can skip to morning, or if you had anything else to do that night, you can. I'll leave it up to you, but either way, I ask unto you all. What are you guys doing?
I would like to remind you then that Walker had placed an alarm contraption around the people and the camp at large, as well as had begun patrolling the area.
Yep.
He'll eventually return for a short rest, in which I'd like to roll hit die, but that'll be near the end.
Evian's not sleeping.
Okay.
Pull a Walker, I see.
Not quite as gracefully, but yeah.
Is Evian kind of like sitting off by himself, brooding, or is he hanging out with everybody else?
Do you remember what the map looked like?
Vaguely, yes.
But the battle map, that tree to the right of the wagon is where he would be. So off from the main group. Hey, it's already set up. Look at that.
Owen lets him be for a little while, and then, without really saying anything, Owen kind of he comes up and he sort of sits next to Evian, not like right next to him, but you know he's obviously sitting next to him, He still doesn't say anything. And then after a couple of moments of that, he just plants our trusty shovel in the dirt between the two men, and waits for Evian to do or say something.
Wait, did we kill people?
Like 2 or 3 are dead.
Ah, fuck.
One was immolated and a couple others didn't survive, but the grand majority did.
Okay, wait, you have a shovel?
I mean, it's Evian's shovel. I just figured he didn't have it on him, so Owen went to go get the shovel.
I was going to say, well, I'll pull out my shovel. But since it's only the shovel, Evian would probably wait a couple minutes and then... Oh, fuck. Grab the shovel without saying much and start digging a grave.
And Owen will help him, but it's more of the he's not, Owen isn't pestering Evian, but he's giving him something to do.
Yes, thank you. And unless Owen says something, Evian will will work wordlessly through the night.
Owen is content to share the silence.
I spend the rest of the... Didn't even bite my tongue this week and I can't talk. Spend the rest of the night quietly, keeping watches. Nothing comes by, it's late. There's probably not a lot traveling this late. It turns out, you are the danger, so... We come upon the next morning.
Am I good to roll some hit die?
I'm sorry?
Am I good to roll a hit die?
Yeah, go ahead.
My short rest.
Well, it finishes a night's rest, except Evian, you're not going to sleep?
No, sir.
Alright, level of exhaustion.
Yep.
So, the sun has begun rising. The people are still tied up and not restless, but like, they have that sense of what the fuck happens now kind of thing. This is probably not something that people deal with a lot, being captured when they're trying to ambush people and then just left alive.
First thing Walker would do after he finishes his fucking catnap would be to check all the restraints and make sure they're properly tied.
Give me an investigation check.
And I'm sorry, Ven. Did you mean to suggest like these specific people are surprised that they're still alive, or
people in general? Like normally, bandits who attack people are not then left alive overnight after failing to successfully attack people. Their restraints seem unmessed with. They haven't even put a lot of pressure on them, right? Seems like they just kind of half gave up.
Right. What are the others doing?
Evian's at his tree. Not doing much of anything.
Simon would probably just be reading a book in the morning.
Probably not much of anything important. Who's, like, cooking breakfast?
Unless anybody else is, Owen is, I don't know if he's cooking breakfast. He's definitely making tea, though.
There would be pemmican passed out.
Have we brought up a plan of what we're doing with them?
I believe we're still waiting on Evian to decide on the one, but the others I'd like to turn in.
Wouldn't they just rat us out? I mean, Simon like motions with his hand, like mad, like yeah. Would that be
Considered. they're a cult. I doubt they'll listen to anything they have to say.
And given what they've offered us already, the one sentence over and over, I don't think we have anything to worry about.
Yeah,
I assume
right.
you guys are in this conversation further away from them?
Yes.
Yeah.
And on top of that, Walker points at who? I guess we're just the three of us are just chatting in a circle. I guess nearby the others or something. But Walker would point at Owen and Simon. In addition, you two aren't going to be coming to turn in the bounty, as well as the others.
And why not?
They won't have anyone to point to.
True.
What
I'll bring
do you
you
mean
in.
they won't have anyone to point to?
In regards to people who can use magic.
Yeah. Then how do you plan to get him in there? Just rope tie him all up and train him in?
Yep, that's about right.
Won't it seem odd if you encounter that same guard and
One
some of us
man
are
bring
missing?
him back.
If he's still in the same spot, he'd be more than happy to help us bring them in.
Aye, but won't he ask where we've gone?
I mean, I could tell them exactly what you're doing. Could just gather more supplies, do something like that.
One shrugs.
Yeah, I mean, you know what you're doing, so.
Preparing to leave again, you know.
Is this like first dawn right now, then?
Yeah,
In the
it's
morning.
just passed on.
Alright, well. Let's try to get this done now, I guess.
We still need to know what to do with the one.
Oh,
Walker
yeah.
glances at Evian's father.
Simon nods. It's a little bit of a pickle.
Well, it's not my choice.
Have you talked to Ethan about it at all?
Last night,
I spent some time with him as well, but I think he was doing some thinking.
I have two choice. One I don't envy.
Oh, and do you want to talk to him, or?
Aye. I'll go now.
Walker joins.
Simon does not join that conversation.
Owen gets a little tin cup, and he makes a cup of tea, and he brings it to Evian.
As we do this, I do want to specify that this morning's breakfast was, let's see here. It was rations of rabbit.
Ooh.
The
Dried
rabbit
from.
that we were gonna give to those people until they
No, I gave him
attacked
two
us?
of them. I marked two off. But like, this is the rabbit that Walker hunted and dried for us after we decided to eat sausage and cupcakes instead.
Good times.
And then Walker ended up drying it, and now it's breakfast. Yeah, no. So I imagine there's a small little thing of Walker's got a little bit of jerky. Owen's got some fucking tea. And we're bringing Evian breakfast,
Aw.
like true dads.
Hold on, let me get my dad voice out.
Oh no.
Hey, buddy, are you doing okay? You need anything?
God.
Brought
Can I-
jerky. And
Can I get you some juice or?
Why do I have 3 dads?
Some orange slices.
Maybe a peanut butter with the crust off.
chili man sport?
Sorry, I didn't mean to derail us, but yeah, Owen brings Evian some tea.
And Walker has Evian's ration of jerky.
He would gladly accept both of them. By the looks of it, he's probably been in the same position for like 6 or 7 hours. Just staring at the group.
Owen does something similar to last night. He sits down next to Evian and gives him a moment or two to eat and drink some tea. And then he says, I know you've been thinking about it, Evian. Something has to be done. And you're the only one who can make the choice.
I do not want to make this choice. But I never really knew him. He left when I was very young, so...
You could always let someone else make the choice, but if that someone's me, you can guess what that choice would be.
Mm-hmm. And that feels like I am making the choice there.
Walker didn't sit down. He's still standing.
He would
just over the two.
look to Owen. What would you do?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's add a heavy sigh. My father, he could be a bit of a prick, if I'm honest. We had a bit of a falling out, you could say. And then I couldn't go back. So if it was me, I'd try and talk to him. Understand, I don't know. He's still your father, Evian.
I tried talking to him. Just kept ranting about the cult, practically.
Perhaps that was just shock. I don't know. I'm not trying to make excuses for him, but
No, it's okay.
these things can take time, you know.
Yeah.
I'm just, I'm trying to look out for you. I mean, if we live, years down the line, if we live that long, I don't want you to have to look back on this moment and have regrets.
Walker,
Yes.
what would you do if it was your father?
I would never give him up. Take him back home. Try to figure out what's going on. Walker kind of shakes his head. He's not really the type to... I can't imagine him ever being in a situation like this, but...
Neither could I, but here we are. I don't care about the rest of them. If you want to turn them in for a bounty, feel free.
You only have one family, Evian.
No. You have the one you were born with. Then you have the one that you choose.
Owen smiles at that.
Well, you only have one father.
Yeah. I guess I'll try to figure out what the fuck happened.
Walker will put out his hand for Evian to take.
Is he like offering to help him up?
Help
or
him
what's
up.
it? Ah, okay.
Not holding your hand, bud.
You will accept that. I just wanted to be sure. he will accept and hoist himself up from his tree-side chair and go talk to his dad.
Owen kind of gets awkwardly to his feet as well.
Your
Just had to slip that in there.
Your father has been stirring. He has obviously not gotten any comfortable sleep. In and out of consciousness all night. Right now he's still leaning up against the busted up wagon. He's kind of half asleep. Like, you can see his eyes are shut, but he's probably not completely asleep. He's in that phase where he's trying to sleep type of thing.
Ian would tap him on the shoulder and hold out a water skin.
He looks up.
I guess his hands are bound, huh?
They are.
I would, if he looks like he wants water.
Yes, the man who has been sleeping and unable to move for going on 12 hours or something now does want water.
Yeah, okay. Well, I would give him some water then.
Evian.
Have you decided to be honest yet?
About what?
What happened to you and the Sons Chosen?
I was sick of seeing the horrible things this country has done to people. Dedicate my life to it. I couldn't look at someone's eyes knowing they were looking at me the same way. I was judging myself for the horrible mistakes.
And your organization, everyone keeps saying that you just only want to further the cause. What exactly is that?
We just want people to think for themselves, not blindly support the crown. I thought you were just more a big merchant caravan. I mean, look at you. You look threatening, all of you. Very distinct group of people. But there'd be something of value you can. Probably, like everything else important, backed by the crown. Scions aren't just this organization. It's about teaching people a way of life separate from the crown, so that eventually Lenore may wither and die, and something better can take its place. Vivian, we don't do this because we need money. We don't do this because we haven't. All of us, we care about each other, about Lenorians. We love this country, we just hate its ruler.
If you love this country, I still fail to understand why you attack those who travel in it.
I don't intend to kill anyone. Just want to. Shakes his head.
You think shooting people in the chest with a crossbow is not going to kill someone?
He looks over at one of the people who Walker shot like twice. I think that blood needs to be shed for revolution. I'm not saying this is the only way. I'm not saying this is the best way. I'm saying this is the way that I can help the most. That all of these people, we're not trying to steal from poor folk. We're trying to disrupt the crown. Sun King needs us. The Sun King needs all of this. Far more than we all need him.
How many of there are you?
He pauses for a moment. I Yeah, let us go. My friends, let all of them go.
I'm afraid that the only one who I have power over is you, so...
The voice, even.
I'm not going to speak up for your men who attacked us.
I gave the order. If anything, let them go and take me. I will tell the Intellier whatever you want me to. Let them go. We're following my order.
Evian's gonna walk over to Owen, visibly frustrated. Owen.
Aye.
The man. I would explain that entire conversation pretty much in a couple of sentences. I cannot make my mind up on any of this. I was not prepared to make these kinds of choices.
Owen furrows his brow as you speak and explain. After you finish, he is quiet for a few moments. He casts his gaze around. I'm sorry, did you have a...
No, go for it. Finish it out.
He casts his gaze around the men. Then, I imagine Owen has quite extensive experience with gauging the general qualities of troops, right?
For better or worse, yes.
So, looking at these men, like, what is their... I mean, obviously they're bound and, you know, they've been defeated, but, like, what is their demeanor? Do they seem defiant? Do they seem...
Not... Give me an insight check.
No!
Oof.
They seem loyal. It seems like they are incredibly loyal to this man who leads them. But between Walker checking their bindings, they haven't, and your watches the night before and things, they haven't seemed to be, like, you haven't observed them trying to escape or anything. But other than that, they seem as loyal.
I mean, obviously, the check notwithstanding, it was more, you know, like he knows Owen has interacted with Garish soldiers and of various types, and he's interacted with Red Band of various types. So I was just trying to get a...
Oh, based on like how they fight and things like that.
I mean, you know, I don't really know the nature of my question. It was
like
more
how
like
dangerous are they?
Like their
or
attitude.
Like how much
right?
of an asshole are they?
Yeah,
sort of.
Yeah.
Thing.
They don't. Like, it's hard to tell, especially for one. Like, it's very hard to tell, but, like, based on how they fought, how they're acting, these don't seem like soldiers, is the best you can tell.
Okay, that's good enough.
Can I throw something in here? They did attack us like common bandits.
Yeah, but I'm just, you know, I'm trying to get some more information to base Owen's response off of. So he looks around at the troops. His scowl or his brows kind of furrow deeper as he looks at them, and you know isn't really able to discern anything. And then he looks back to Evian, and he says, "From what he says, if it's all true, I can sympathize with the cause, but we offered them no provocation. We even offered to help, and still they moved to attack us. Imagine if we were whatever poor sods We're on this caravan? I don't know. I'm no fan of the Sun King. Not that I've met him.
I can agree with that.
It don't seem right to me to take from the common people.
I mean, according to him, it is not their goal to take from the common people, but instead merchants who are backed by the Empire, which is better, but very poor execution. We didn't even have a wagon with us.
Aye.
Why would they think we were merchants?
I don't know. I would guess that if they get turned in to the Antelier, they're going to be questioned and probably offered the choice. I'm not too familiar with the law in Illinois. Maybe Walker would know more about what would happen to them.
Is that kind of law general knowledge, sort of, Ben? Like the lesser sentence if you give the red band?
Yeah, that's incredibly common.
Okay.
But every sentence is halved if it's time spent in the red band.
Yeah, that's universal. That doesn't tell Owen what specifically they will, like what sentence they will suffer if turned in.
Yeah, best guess would be some sort of banditry sentence, which, depending on the mood and who ends up judging them in the Antelier, could be anywhere from 1 to 10 years.
Although that being said, I'm hesitant to bolster the ranks of the Red Band.
That was what I was going to say. I hesitate to give the Red Man more manpower. But I also don't want to just let them go with no restrictions.
I suppose you don't want to go with them?
No, not in the slightest. Maybe if everyone in the group thought it was a good idea, then perhaps, but I feel like we have things that we need to do, and I feel like joining with a group of subpar bandits will not help us.
Agreed.
Maybe we let them off with a warning? I don't know. Take their weapons?
That could work, but
I'm sure they have more, but it's better than nothing.
I'm not sure the others will be so lenient.
I think Walker will not. I don't know about the rest.
Perhaps we should ask him.
Perhaps.
Some of the others might have thoughts beyond Walker.
As you guys are talking, Evian, you all hear, Evian, please. Oh, they're calling for you.
I'll walk over to him. What?
No, you'll liberate with the lives of people I would consider my friends.
What was that first part?
I know you're deliberating about what to do with the lives of people I'd consider friends. If nothing else. I'm not asking you to spare me. I'm not asking you to.
I'm not planning on killing you. If I wanted any of you dead, you'd already be dead.
You see him just give you this. He kind of squints his eyes a bit and just looks at you. Gives you a look like, what are you now? I feel like you could be so much more. Man, there'd be so much more. I'm not asking you to even join. Just... if you at least saw that we are not some horrible peoples. Show you where we've holed up. I would trust you with that, Evian.
If you wanted me to flesh out my potential, maybe it would have helped to have a father for part of my life, but... And Evian's gonna walk back to Owen and the rest of them. And explain the situation to the group, ask for opinions, all that good stuff.
I think at this point Walker would have returned to where the others are having breakfast.
But this is a Logan question. They're still cultists, right?
The implication is that they are
Sort of a cult?
fanatical bandits?
They're like a fanatic pseudo-rebellion.
Yeah.
That's a very good way of describing it, I suppose.
Yeah, that was actually really good.
Can you repeat those words?
Fanatic pseudo-rebellion.
Huh, okay. That is a
You
good
know,
description.
like fanatical, you know.
Yeah, we get it, yeah.
Zealots.
So, like...
But we're also, like, low-key a slight
Same.
rebellion. Like, we're
What's
not
that?
quite the fanatic part, but
was
most
that?
of us are not for Lenore.
Garland is not a rebellion, it is a sovereign nation. Thank
I'm not
you very
talking
much.
about Garland and Twit. I just mean in
actions are
general,
not
most
for-
of us are not for Lenore. Not all of us are from Garland.
True.
Just get defensive, okay?
Anyways, back on track. From what you're saying, Evian, I mean, Sam turns to Walker. Are they that bad, I guess? I mean, they are bandits. They did jump us, I guess.
I mean, ignoring any other idea of what they could be, they acted as common bandits on a major road out of town.
He did offer, for me to go to his hideout. Maybe we should. Maybe not. I don't.
That sounds like a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Sounds like us waiting.
The
to
second
die.
I said that, I was like, maybe not.
Well, if you're in that, I don't want to bring him in at the same time. I feel like we should.
If he's so attached to them, he may want revenge for the two that died.
Yeah, fair point. What if we split? We bring in
No.
half.
No.
That doesn't even make
Well-
sense.
I don't
What
know.
would the point of that be?
Then let's bring them all in.
I'm for this idea.
Besides, I don't know what you want to do. Even that's your call with your father. I'm not gonna make any shots on that.
I don't think I want to turn any of them in. Owen and I, we discussed, and that would just be fueling the red band.
It'd be a splash in a pond.
Every
But-
drop of water in the lake counts, Walker.
But would they even want to fight in the red band if they're so against what it stands? Like, if they're against how things are going in Lenore, why would they even want to fight with them?
So that they would not die in the prisons. Presumably.
We could ask them, I suppose, but if they think it's a matter of their lives, who knows if they'll answer truthfully.
Or they will
Or if they'll
just
answer at all if it doesn't further their goals.
Yeah.
That too.
Owen.
Aye.
Do you remember when I mentioned that I could help you?
I do.
Once we get to Starshore. It'll take money to do that. And I have no idea how much it will take.
Another point to raise, if we turn them in, my father is known, so he will probably be tried for, more than just bandit activity.
He might be worth more because of that.
But he could be going to his death.
That is... yeah. I don't feel like any of them deserve death.
And the people they would have ambushed that weren't us would?
No.
They're bandits. It's that simple. No matter what goals they have, no matter what they say they're attacking people on the roads. I don't see a reason to treat them as anything but. The only thing I see is that one of them is related to you, Evian.
It's kind of a, it's kind of a big deal. It's not nothing.
Is. Which is why it's up to him what happens to his father. At least that's how I see it.
I think we let them go with a warning, take their weapons, armor.
Why?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
they have a hideout. They probably have more stuff there.
Just a gut feeling. I don't...
They'll just continue ambushing.
I don't want to send more troops to the Red Band.
And I don't want to see more groups of people ambushed on the road here.
The Red Band practically does that already. This way, if we turn them in, they will just be bandits with the support of Lenore.
And we get paid.
Not everything is about money.
Most things are.
Not all of them.
I don't especially care what we do with them. Like you said, if they go to the Red Band, it's not too different.
It's a lose-lose no matter what. Just one way we get money. That's how I see it.
Well, now that we're in the north, there's a lot of things that I can do to help us out financially. So if it's only about the money, it's just sort of like shrugs a little, I guess.
Well, Mari, do you have any thoughts? I know this isn't exactly your specialty, but any input is good input.
I'm leaning towards turning them in, but after seeing or hearing about what the Red Band has done, it's not really too what's the word for it? That doesn't seem like the best option, but there's no real best option, so My vote is for turning them in.
The best option is the bandits not being free men anymore.
Yeah, that's what I said.
So that they can go and be bandits in someone else's place, someone else's home.
The real question is, though, how do we prove that they're bandits? Because they won't just... I'm certain they won't just take in a large group of people and just say, yeah, sure, they're bandits.
With how this country is run, it would not surprise me if they did.
That's true.
Didn't the man at the outpost back there warn us about folks like these?
Yeah.
It's a known issue. Explaining that would help.
Plus, there are a bunch of people with a bunch of weapons. Like, that seems bandity to me.
We're a bunch of people with a bunch of weapons.
Yep. Thank you, Evie.
Oh, that's true. Hmm.
Let's bring him in.
Something I don't know what. Logically, yes, we should turn them in, but something is stopping me, and I don't know what it is or why. I just feel like
Nepotism?
It's a gut feeling.
I'm all
I
for
don't
trusting
know
your
what
gut.
that word means.
I'm all for trusting your gut, but I really don't see it here.
I don't know. They don't feel like normal bandits.
They're not. But they act like normal bandits. And that's what matters.
Is it?
It is.
I'm not convinced.
If you do one thing, one action, whatever the reason for, the action still happens. If you stab someone with a knife, it doesn't matter for whom you stabbed them for. All that matters is that they're dead.
I feel like that's wrong.
I would tend to disagree as well.
Yeah, that is.
If I
It's very
stab
black
you,
and white way of looking at things.
if I stab somebody because they're trying to kill me, that's very different than stabbing somebody because I want his horse or his property. It's not the same.
The result is, either way you have a dead man.
Yes, that is the result, but there's more that factors in this context.
Alright then. Then how many results before the context stops mattering? How many caravans ambushed? How many people killed?
How many people killed? You want to talk about that? Let's talk about... What are there? 10 men? How many guards are these 10 men going to kill when they join the Red Band? So they can get home faster and return to this?
Lenore is falling apart from the inside, and I feel like it is not the best option to give them more firepower. That word didn't make sense. But you know what I mean.
I understand what you're saying, and you're not wrong. But this is what I do. I'm a bounty hunter. These people are committing banditry.
Let's put it to a vote then.
Walker doesn't look exactly happy about the idea, but he doesn't protest.
Do you have a better suggestion?
I say we turn them in.
Aye, well, that's your vote. Now let's hear from everyone else.
That's what it was. It was a vote. Alright, whatever. Walker will look to the next person, which I guess is the Amari.
Evian, we know your vote.
Yeah. We don't.
Simon looks down thinking for a second. There's no good answer to this. I say we turn him in.
I say.
Go ahead.
I say that taking these people back to Tybuk is the wrong choice. For lots of reasons. I say we let them go.
Walker looks to Rom.
Given that they attacked us and that they'll probably attack somebody else in the future, I suppose, in my opinion, it's best.
Not what the Red Band does. The Red Band does exactly the same thing. They roam the countryside. It happened to me, Henry, and Amari. They attacked us.
It happened to the people at Dunrock. You saw it wrong.
Henry gives a nod and takes a puff of his pipe and just kind of motions towards Evie. Aye, he's got the right idea. Making more of them Red Bands, never a good idea.
Letting them join the Red Band is only going to increase the amount of damage that they can do.
At least here they have something resembling morals.
As he said, they ideally were not killing people, but...
Well, what I want most of all is for us to carry on about our business. I guess if it would be faster to just let them off the hook, then that's what we should do.
I think that is 4-3, no?
Walker looks to Liliana.
Right now, in the Terminus, you got Owen, Evian, and Rom for letting him go. Simon Walker for...
I'm also keeping track of that.
I mean, I've got it on the continent map.
Oh, neat.
Amari, I think, agreed with...
Yeah, we turn in.
With what, turning him in?
Yeah.
Walker, Amari, and... Walker, Amari, Simon work for turn-in.
I assume Henry does not get a vote?
Oh,
You should.
he seems like he's weighing towards letting him go.
Liliana?
I think we should let them go. I think they'll, even if they continue to stop wagons and stuff, they'll probably do less damage on their own than if they get turned to the Red Band.
Alright. And we let them go?
That's settled then.
Evian's going to walk over to the...
Before,
Yep, go for it.
before we do this, when are we taking their weapons?
Can't hurt. Might as well.
Okay.
And I am going to have a talk with their leader. And with that, Eugene is going to walk over to his father.
Evian.
And he will undo the ropes that are tying his hands together.
Take it you've come to proper conclusion then.
We're letting you go.
Don't. Thank you. All of us?
Yeah.
He looks down and just stares down for a moment.
But think about what could have happened. If we had turned you in, you are all sentenced to prison or the Red Band. If they recognize you, you're probably dead. So maybe reconsider how you operate. Maybe instead of attacking common people, help them. Attacking people is not going to make them like you.
It's not a matter of like.
You're not going to get anywhere if everyone hates you.
That's like someone.
So maybe get your head out of your own ass. And try to do some good for once.
Why I'm here. That's why I'm not commanding some platoon at sea. I'm not captaining some ship with 100 of the Sun's Chosen, killing countless guards. That's why I'm here. Because I want to. I don't think it's perfect. I don't think the Scions are this bastion of a great future, but I think anything that is going against Lenore right now is an answer.
But not against the people of Lenore.
Can't touch the king. Bertus Tarose sits in his palace, far away from us common folk, and nothing will ever hurt him. House of Cards, even. It has to come down from the bottom. Told you, I have no interest in ruining the lives of farmers. I want all of the very infrastructure of this country to fall, so that finally something new can grow in its place. I'm still... The offer's open for all. Come see what we are. What we really are. This is only a portion. This isn't. Shakes his head. This isn't all we are. This isn't all we were taught. It's not just a matter of disrupting them. It's a matter of making change, not relying on the crown. It has ingratiated into the very fabric of every part of society. Everything that we need to live in goes back to the crown. We take that away. We live away from it. There's no intellia, there's no taxes being paid. We let it all burn. And we come out where everything is bashed. And we ride.
You really sound like a fucking cult. You should get better.
I'm not here because I'm good at explaining things. I'm here because I'm good at training men and teaching those men and women exactly how to defend themselves, how to fight like people. Evian.
Just take your men and get the fuck out of this camp.
I wish you had put your mind.
And I wish you had been there
hands up. Are you giving them any of their things back?
No.
They gather their cloaks and whatever you do give them. As they all start heading out, he seems like he's saying just quietly to each of them. Seems reassuring. He looks back to you, Evian, one last time as he walks by, and wish I was there too. But I wasn't. How I am. Trying to be. Desperately trying to.
Evian's not saying anything.
Start to head off. Heading further east into the wilderness. Veiled Heartland.
Can we get the
as they go, Owen's gonna step up next to Evian and put his hand on his shoulder and just give it a little squeeze.
Evian just sighs. And he'll look at Owen and just say, "Let's get home."
Owen nods.
You guys begin packing up your things?
Walker has been doing so since the conversation ended.
As you guys begin to pack up, getting all of your things together, getting ready to continue your journey, you're heading to Cole?
Still would like to see the map.
You can click on it in the top left.
Click over.
That's
You
an
can click
option.
on Continent
Yes,
of-
that's an
yeah.
option.
Neat. Yeah, no, Cole was the next
Yep.
direct place to go.
Owen will take the rear watch.
And Walker is up front as usual.
As you start to head out, actually, I need to check. I might have made a mistake.
Oh boy, I love when it happens.
Joy.
Like when you don't tell me what's going on until like after we spill some fucking deep goss in front of a potential.
God, Ben, why aren't you perfect, dude? What the heck? I hate you.
No, we're good.
Neat.
So, you guys doing a search of the camp or anything before you leave, or no?
I feel if there's anything to search, we would have found it the night before. Like
Okay.
we were pretty thorough.
Right. In that case,
Evian is too spaced out to care.
Walker was like Apple, like almost the entire time. So.
and you begin to continue on your journey. Perception checks from the front and back.
I would mention that Walker it does not complain at all about the outcome, but it's clear he's frustrated, especially with those standing nearby. I think it's like Henry and I can't remember the order. It's like Henry and then like Amari or something.
I assume Evian in the back, or Owen in the back.
Rowan's the back this
Walker
time.
in the front. Feel free to move yourselves however you'd like to be while you're traveling.
think we did establish a walking order at some point where we did like some two by twos. I think it was like
to do it again.
I think it was like Simon Henry right behind Walker, and then like going back from there.
All right. So with Walker in the front, Owen in the back, you guys continue your travels north.
Owen is specifically periodically looking back the direction that we have come, hoping against hope that they do not decide to try their luck a second time.
The day begins to grow hot. The sun begins to bear down on you. Each hour, stronger, heavier, worse than the last. You watch, and to the west, the occasional forest, occasional hill to the east, it is rolling plain, seem unending. The veiled Heartland in all of its. The day goes by for about most of the day is without incident or interest. It is quiet. The wind occasionally whips up, but other than that, it's hot and it's a bit boring. You see nothing, Walker. You see nothing, Owen. You guys make it till nightfall. How long do you wish to travel this night?
It's a typical amount, like nothing crazy. Till it gets to like, sunset.
If you really push it, you could make it to Cole tonight. If you don't, you would make it in the morning.
Walker isn't trying to push and isn't like going for any world record paces here. Unless someone says otherwise, he would stop the group come sundown as usual and attempt to find a place to camp, preferably somewhere off the road.
Owen specifically recalls what happened last time and says nothing.
Guys would be a couple hours outside of Cole. You saw a few people. Seemed to be the trader types that were heading in the opposite direction, but again, just small mules carrying small packs of grain, and occasionally one that you saw with farming supplies.
Do they stop at all?
No, they seem like they're heading towards Highbuck Rest, probably, or maybe Moskin. They're heading south, not at a quick pace, but at a pace.
Would it take too long to just for Owen to stop them really quick and just tell them about the warning that the Entelier guardsman gave coming out of Tybeck Rest?
You tell them, he kind of see a farmer got a large straw hat. He kind of turns back to smile. Hey, thank you for the warning, but we got many of them killed too. So, appreciate it though. Don't normally see a troop this big not being uppity pricks around here.
Owen smiles at that and wishes the men well.
You as well, you as well. And he kind of like looks around. Ain't good hunting.
Out in the plains? Not really.
Well, I'm not planning on going into the mountains there, am I? No packs of deer or nothing like that, huh? Well, shit on me. y'all have a good night. I do apologize for... Akai pauses. For taking up more of your time than you offered. Kind of
Safe travels.
gives a smile. And you as well. May the sun guide you. May the light keep you warm.
Owen
Continues
just
on.
nods.
Give a friendly wave.
So, with that, you guys start to set up camp for the night.
Were we able to find a good spot?
It's decent. It looks like a place that people probably stop at quite often. There's already like a circle of stones. It's got everything set up. There's a few cut in half tree trunks set up around it. It's pretty nice. Like, as far as things that you could stay the night at, this is pretty nice.
Any mysterious hooded men?
Give me a perception check. There are actually 700 of them. Ian.
Oh, no.
They are
trees.
actually all on your back, and you just noticed that.
Oh, God.
No, there are no mysterious hooded men.
We're in a bit of plains that's directly off a road. There's no
you're
chance
maybe
there's gonna be
50,
good-
60 feet off the road.
Anyway,
Yeah.
plains near a road. There's no way there's gonna be good hunting around here, right?
Oh, no.
You'd think so.
Your best luck would be, again, it's gonna be...
Rats?
Yeah, rats, hares, things that exist in plains that are still gonna be a pain in the ass to find in the tall grass. Maybe if you're lucky, a fox or something.
What's Walker have better to do? Well, as the camp is set up, I think Walker's gonna try his luck. May as well. Better than he'll pass. Then I spent 3 rations on the breakfast of the... I don't remember what it was, but it was jerky. How many more rations should I give up? Just like, how many do we have? 8? 5 more rations of the pemmican.
Yeah.
Should that do?
Yeah.
And Walker will pass out the additional rations for the rest to begin eating while he heads off to go hunt. And he does so without word. He just passes out and then gets up and walks away.
You...
Still got a burr in his saddle over this morning, I bet.
No doubt.
He only sees one side of everything, and it's the one that involves money.
I don't know if that's true.
Feels like it.
Maybe that's what he wants you to think.
So, as you guys...
Offer to take the first watch and he'll just go straight to sleep.
My internet just disconnected for a second. I apologize. I think it was Discord. It made me restart.
Simon will take first watch if no one else will.
Well, wait, hold on. Does our daring hunter come back with any game?
Does Walker die alone in the wilderness?
A survival check
That's
and a
the-
direction, I would like. Are you heading...
Wait,
Direction away from the road?
It could be important.
What'd you say, Nick?
You would notice this before Walker.
Cold?
Like, this would have been as you guys were just setting up the camp.
It's happening.
I don't know. I'm trying to get clarification.
Discord's doing the
What-
poopy
what's
again.
happening?
Yeah. Discord's doing the poopy.
The
That's-
world's ending right now, William.
Dodgy Dungeon Master PMs.
Okay.
Sounds about
Um,
right.
So survival check and away from the road. Judging list then. So I'm assuming there's basically a road between Tivik Rest and Cole.
Yes.
So I'd say.
And you're off of the east, so you would continue east.
Off the east? God damn it! I was hoping we were in west. Yeah.
I mean, you could go west if you want.
Can we just have said? Can I say that we have been off the road to the west?
Well, I thought you were going to that camp that was already set.
That's fine.
Yeah. One more quick break. Discord just died. I apologize for the... Maybe this is gonna be the session I finally get the little doo-doo-doo sting in between cuts.
Can we... Hang on. Can it be like we all try to do like a theme at the same time, but we don't like coordinate it all?
No, I don't want that repeated ever. So...
We gotta mix it in something good.
I'll find something. Or I won't. I mean, the thing is, though, listening back, we'll already know the answer to this conversation on whether or not I found it or not.
All 8 of us record, like, a little, like...
Yeah.
Like us humming a melody or something, and then you just put one on each end.
We're not doing acapella at Liam.
Cute. That'd be cute.
One at a time.
Internet issues fixed.
At Liam acapella.
I ask unto you all once more, as you're setting up camp, please continue.
Didn't answer my
Walker
question.
already fucked off to go.
Did you? Walker fucked off as camp was being set up, so then Walker would not be here when you noticed.
Yes.
In which direction did Walker go?
Walker headed east, I believe.
Into the tall grass.
Okay.
In the setting sun.
And everyone else is kind of just doing regular camp things, right?
Walker did pass around some pemmican. It's different from last time. There was no berries in this one, and the meat is certainly different. It's a different kind of meat. He did not explain to anyone what type of meat it was.
It's mystery meat pemmican. The best of foods.
It's like capybara.
Meta, it is capybara.
Evian did what now?
Still edible.
Evian did who?
Fucked off and immediately went to sleep.
Oh, he's okay. Well, without doing anything dramatic, Owen looks around and he kind of clears his throat. And to no one in particular, he says, "There's something watching us."
Then if I look around, can I see anything?
Aren't you asleep?
Yeah,
I assume he didn't fall asleep immediately.
You said he fell asleep
immediately. So he
immediately.
says this, you're listening vaguely, and you like poke your head up.
Brother went to bed instead of went to sleep.
Give me a perception check with disadvantage because you are still exhausted.
Oh, you don't.
I would say that Rom would also stand up, like, threateningly and look around.
You look around.
Same.
You can see Walker's silhouette in the distance still to the east,
Terrifying.
but other than that, nothing sticks out.
Is it Walker?
No. I saw it off to the west. It was big.
How big?
Bigger than a person, I think.
If Liliana looks off to the west,
Yeah,
There is
look?
you can see the silhouette of like a large hill. There's a few trees scattered on it, a couple towards the top. Other than that, you don't see anything. The sun's almost completely set. There's a few purples left in the... But, like, that's it.
Anything with that 20, Mr. Benjamin?
You don't see anything. Whatever it is, either he's seeing things or it's gone.
Oh, and how far away did it look like it was?
We could go take a peek.
Don't
See
point.
if there's any like footprints or anything.
Don't point, but it was there. And Owen does his best to describe the exact location where he saw the thing.
What the fuck does that mean?
Like he says, Ben didn't tell me
between
exactly
this
what it
tree
looks
that looks like this and that rock.
North
Oh,
by northeast, between the rock and the oddly like dick-shaped flower.
Liliana's gonna... She's like, well, I'll go take a look.
The spot is about half a mile away.
It seems like he's roughly referencing that hill that I just described. Maybe about
Could go for a stroll. How about you, Rom?
Yeah.
What are you? I'm telling you, there's something big out there, and you're just going to walk into the hills.
We're the two biggest ones here. What's gonna fuck with us?
A lot of things, considering what's been happening to us lately.
The two awake.
Stay right there and you lay down and go to sleep.
Yeah, the tallest who are also the most awakest.
How tall is Liliana again?
Kind of awake.
Like stupid tall. They're like 6'4" and 6'2".
Oh, okay.
They're both well over 6 feet.
Here, look.
Go ahead, big dick it and die to the bear. Have fun.
I can go with if you want. So that way it's just not the two of you by yourselves.
Come along then.
But Evian, are you going to say something?
I already called them the idiots, so I don't know what else you want me to do.
Well, I can't just leave you here and let them go. Oh, this is ridiculous.
It'll be fine. If we run into trouble, you'll probably hear us.
Maybe we should go with them and make sure they don't kill themselves.
Well, then there's not going to be anyone back at the camp for when Walker gets back.
Alright, fuck it. I'll stay here. You can go.
But then you'll be by yourself. Oh, this is ridiculous.
While all this is going on, Simon
Henry's
just
like,
looks up from his book.
Man, whatever. Like, Henry's like still puffing at his fucking thing.
Simon looks up from his book and looks back down.
I have these two people here.
Right, well, I'm not letting them go traipsing around after some ghost that I saw, so I'm going to go with them.
If you need help, just yell.
Oh, like they said, you'll hear us.
Cool, so I guess we're going on a ghost hunt?
Ghost hunt, ghost hunt, ghost hunt, ghost hunt.
This is why, Nick, you never actually tell the rest of the party about anything that Van DMs you.
He's unfortunately learning.
Ruined.
Oh god. Alright, so who's heading off now and who's staying behind?
Walker's still gone.
Walker's hunting, Henry's at the thing. Who's staying with Henry?
Evian.
Me.
Okay. So Owen, Rom, Amari, and Liliana are going to see the thing Owen saw.
So
3 are staying, 4 are going, 1 already left.
So the 3 who are currently staying, like, all of them are half people, since one's not here, one's exhausted, and one's Simon. So there's, like, a total of 4.5 at the base. Walker is off, and there's, like, I don't know, like, 2.5 people leaving.
I like how you found a way to almost insult everyone in that one summary.
Thank you.
So,
Talent's
with
what he's best
that,
at.
who is heading this expedition into the west?
I imagine it is Owen, since he knows where he saw it.
All right, Owen, I would like you to go ahead and give me another perception check. You guys head into the brush, following the darkness. You are losing light. You're going to be out of light, and there's no moonlight tonight.
I can give us light.
Not yet.
If that's fine. Okay. Just let me know when, and I can make us some light. We can... If you have a stick, we can pretend it's a torch.
I'll be able to see just fine. Personally.
Well, that's good for you, but there's 3 others of us.
Just reminding y'all.
Onwards.
So, you guys head in. And you get about... You travel for about 10 minutes into the brush before... Maybe 15 before you get almost to, like, the point where you can see the crest of the hill from the south now. And you can see it kind of levels out behind it for a bit before it starts to fall. And there are what look like... You can vaguely see, with this 21, a few broken trees, the silhouette of them against the night sky. At this point, it is nearly pitch black. Like, the stars are the only light you have.
Can I see if they're broken in the same manner as some trolls?
You would need to get closer. You're still at least 200, 300 feet away.
He points them out to the other three. Rom in particular. Can you see anything?
Do we see it as well?
I mean, yeah. Like, once he points it out to you, you kind of have to squint a bit, but you're like... Yeah, those are some broken trees. Maybe 5 or 6 of them.
Oh, no.
They're more than stumps. Like, it doesn't look like a tree was torn out or cut. It's like half of a tree.
Is it like when we saw the troll?
No, not the same. Though you can't make out... Give me a perception check. See if you can make out anything else with your good night eyes.
You mean my bad night eyes? Oh! My good night eyes.
Yeah, no, it... You can't tell what it is, but it looks broken. Like, the trees are, like, broken in half, almost.
And how far, again, is
You're
that
about 200 feet, and it's up a hill. It's near the top of, like, a hill, about 200 feet away now.
We could go look and see if there's any tracks or anything. Not that I know too much about that sort of stuff.
I've got a bit of experience.
I mean, can I think of anything that does that sort of thing besides, like, the troll that we already met that this doesn't look like, apparently?
Give me a... It's not a lot to go off of, but... With your upbringing and general background, I would say give me a nature check with disadvantage.
Fun.
No. You got nothing. You kind of... You think for a moment, and you're like, that's weird.
Well, I suppose we better go and have a closer look.
Yeah.
Are you guys just gonna walk up start walking up the hill?
Are we gonna try to be sneaky?
We can certainly try.
Alright, I'd like all you to give me stealth checks then. The hill does get fairly steep, like maybe 30 or 40 degrees. So like you're gonna be working out them calves going up this hill.
Oh yeah!
Favorite.
I like how the stealthiest person here is actually almost the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he, like, trip on a root or something?
No, It's more that, given the fact that Amari cannot see in the dark and is pretty much blind right now following you guys, he just occasionally steps on twigs and things that crack. And as, like, you, like, turn back, you're like, you good? He's like, giving that, type of look. Stepping on another thing.
On another branch.
Oh, and you kind of slip just a bit. Like, your boot just kind of doesn't find purchase in the ground, and you start to slide a bit, and as you do, you go to, like, catch yourself, but you do so with your shield, and your chest falls into it, and the chainmail of your chest just kind of slams up against your shield and makes this loud rattling noise.
Oh my god. Leonardo, like, just... Shh! Owen!
Owen tries to right himself, and I'm sure in doing so, jingles a little bit. Sorry.
You then proceed to hear this not loud, but just kind of a sound that echoes from the top of the hill.
What does it sound like?
Vaguely bird-like.
Oh god.
Maybe 100 feet away.
no.
Monster birds.
We're gonna die, guys.
I look up.
Whatever this is, you don't see anything in the sky. It's gotta be at the top of this hill.
Came this far. Let's keep going.
Do I hear that?
I'd like to set the record that it was Owen's idea to continue towards the bird sound.
What are we supposed to do? Just leave?
Yes.
Alright, I have my sword out.
Liliana's got her fists ready.
Alright.
I hold my hand defensively.
You guys get to the... finally climbing up to where the hill begins to level out, and you see what looks like maybe 200 or 300 logs from trees formed in a rough circle. Like a giant fucking nest made of trees.
What the...
In the middle, you see it looks vaguely like a bird. It's about the size of a horse. It has 2 long, like, strong-looking legs on the back with talons, and then where you would expect its front 2 arms to be, like a horse would have, like legs. Instead, it has these massive wings and talons, but it's standing on them. So it's on 4 legs, but it also has wings on the front too. A large beak.
like a wyvern, but a birdo.
Yes.
Do I know what this is?
Give me a nature check. I'm going to say
I'm
Liliana.
sure I do not know
Liliana
what this
could
is.
do one with
Nope.
disadvantage.
Yeah.
Owen knows. Owen knows.
Owen, you can give me a nature check.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Owen, you and Liliana know this is some kind of griffin. Not a normal griffin. Normal griffins have 4 legs and 2 wings. This don't. It's some kind of griffin. It's fucking... It's a little bit bigger than, like, a large horse.
Wait, I missed the part where it... What does it have, like 4 wings or something?
No, the wings are... The front legs are also
like
wings.
It's like a weaver.
Got it.
Yeah.
So it's like...
A hippogriff?
No! What? You're ignorant about the weirdest things.
Ignore William. Ignore William. He's over on the other side of the country hunt. While you guys are gonna find the real game.
That's a nice rabbit.
So, it is currently like down very low to the ground, like a dog. Like when a dog like gets low on its haunches and growls. It's like that, but without the growling. Like it's defending itself. The nest itself is built about half into the ground, and about half out. So you're just seeing like the top of it. The nest is maybe 30 or 40 feet in diameter.
Does it look like there's any babies?
A perception check.
That is persuasion. Perception. Shit, 16s.
You don't see no eggs.
Owen, he sort of... He puts his... he has not drawn his sword, and he puts his hand out, kind of in like a... You know, like you would... Not like he's surrendering, but, you know, like you encounter like a wild animal, right? And you or like a dog that's growling at you, and you put your hands out, you know, to...
Show that you're friendly.
Yeah, and he says steady, nobody make any moves.
Give me. Oh, sorry.
If we don't see babies, does it look like the size of the creature compared to the size of the nest is appropriate for it?
No, this seems very small for the size of the nest. Like I said, the nest is 30 or 40 feet in diameter. This is the size of like a war horse.
Does it look like a baby?
You can't tell.
What about the people who do know what griffins are?
This doesn't look like any kind of griffin you've ever seen. You know it's a griffin. It's not any kind you've ever seen.
Is it fluffy like a baby bird, or does it have proper feathers?
It has proper feathers.
Oh, so not a baby.
I mean, it still could be a baby. Just like a fledged baby?
Just like... Yeah. Like a juvenile?
Yeah, maybe.
So that's not good. If that's the
give
baby,
me
where's
an
the
animal
mom?
handling check.
You got it, boss.
Yeah!
It kind of just like, you can see it's slowly moving, like very deliberately moving its claws through. You see what looks like examining now, Liliana especially, with where you were looking for eggs, you can see there is lots of dried blood in here, and what looks like parts of a skeleton from maybe a cow or something? Amongst other smaller bits. Yeah, like sinew, what looks like a small intestine kind of strung up in a corner. I say a corner, in like a little part of the nest.
I think we should not mess with this.
It's not currently attacking you.
We should leave, right?
Just
before
away.
Before the parents come back. I don't think this is...
That's a baby?
Just back away. Don't turn your back. Go
It
down
starts
the
to move towards you, Owen.
In like a I'm gonna come eat you.
No, almost curiously.
Owen sort of lowers his
what
shield.
What do we do?
And he lowers his shield and he puts his hand out.
Give me another animal handling check.
Easy.
Come on, Owen. Come on.
Easy.
It looks at your hand and, like, it's maybe 6-7 feet away. You can see, like, it's doing that thing like eagles do where they, like, look down their beak and they look kind of stupid.
It's my favorite thing that eagles do.
And, it, like, looks down and... It is going to attempt to snap at your hand.
Oh, sad.
Makes you buy food. Does a 10 hit?
It does not.
It does not. You kind of, and like, holy shit, that beak. It's just like, it almost echoed. Like the sound of like the sound of a tree being chopped down as the beak just kind of hit with all this power from the jaw.
What do I do?
It's still moving a bit, very slowly.
Can I
Ben?
It's still moving towards you very slowly, the rest of its body.
Can I throw some rations at it?
What are you throwing at it? Just regular trail rations?
Yeah.
I have a thing.
That's all I got.
Okay.
I think.
What are you doing?
I'm sure. Maybe this is me metagaming, but I'm sure that despite its nourishing qualities, Owen probably wouldn't have been in a hurry to consume his nightly ration of pemmican. So, is it unreasonable to say that he might have some left over?
I mean, Walker gave you food and left. It's your call if you ate it right away or not.
I would say that he would have eaten some, and then, like, after 1 or 2 mouthfuls, probably, like, you know, I'm gonna finish that later.
Yeah, okay.
So Owen will pull out that, and he will try and get the creature's attention before sort of underhand tossing it up in the air.
Give me a animal handling check with advantage, and Liliana, I want an animal handling check as well. I want to see who gets its attention first.
Not on my watch, kid.
Oh,
God.
Fuck. I'm not gonna beat that in my wildest dream.
You start quickly just kind of scattering some nuts and berries and things. It looks at them for about half a second before its eyes just snap to Owen. And Owen, you just toss up and just, like, right out of the air very quickly. And at this point, it, like, gets a little bit closer to you. And it's, like, looking you eye to eye, maybe 3 feet away now. Still kind of moving very
Suggesting
slowly.
throwing food so that it would get distracted from us and we could go.
Just back away. It's going to be all right. Don't show it your back.
Rom is gonna follow directions.
You guys all start backing away, and it is still following.
Contrary to what everyone else does, Owen takes a step forwards.
Owen!
Yeah.
You all start backing away. You take a step forward, it kind of takes a step back. Still, almost like you're doing like a dance. It's going in rhythm with you. You stepped forward, it stepped back. Still looking at you.
Owen begins speaking softly, Garish. He says, I'm not gonna go through it, but he begins speaking to this creature as if it were a friend.
It is still staring at you. Just like the best you can tell out of curiosity as you talk. You know you have its attention right now. It doesn't seem to have any attention to Amari, Ra, or Liliana. What is doing?
I'm just gonna say, I hope you know what you're doing, because I don't want to see you get eaten, and you have an inspiration.
Does he get the weird cloudy stuff, Mitch?
Yeah, he gets the weird cloudy stuff. It happens every time. Only he can see it, though.
Do I see it even though I'm
Yeah,
not?
you see as he speaks the words, there's this pale, faintly glowing, though it doesn't have a cast of light, energy that goes from his lips and into your ears.
Do I see it or does Owen see it even if he hasn't taken his eyes off of this creature?
You'd feel it.
Yeah, you would feel this, like, sense of, like, yeah, I can do this. Like, that stronger, like, want to succeed, thanks to Amari. It is still staring at you. You have its complete and undivided attention right now, Owen.
Owen takes another step forward. A small step.
It takes a small step back. It's now starting to retreat into the nest.
Owen, come on.
He's not going to hurt us.
It's not that one that I'm worried about. It's if bigger ones show up and think we're here to take it.
All right. And Owen also begins backing away.
As you do, it follows you.
Oh, come on!
I think
Again,
we're gonna have to kill a
perfect
baby.
unison, like a rehearsed dance.
I don't want to kill a baby.
We're not going to, baby. No, it's fine. No, shut up. No, we're not doing that. I've got this. Owen reaches for the last little bit of pemmican that he has, and he underhand tosses it kind of like out and to the side in an effort to turn the creature.
Give me another animal handling check. How far away are you trying to throw?
The intention is to get it to turn away from...
You've got its attention enough that give me a dexterity check with advantage.
Not the dexterity.
Alright, it's got to hit an 8 to bite it.
Oh no.
And it just over to the side and bites it out of the air, and like it almost like does a half hop and like it starts to fly a tiny bit before landing, still looking at you.
Takes another step back.
It follows.
Owen!
What? I tried to get it to turn away. Just go. I'm right behind you.
Why do I not believe you for once?
Owen takes another step back.
It takes almost, again, like a rehearsed dance, a step forward.
Let's just keep going. Maybe if it gets to the edge of the nest, it won't go past that.
It came about halfway out of the nest at once.
Shit! Well, let's just keep going anyways.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing?
We're trying to back away.
Yep.
You all start backing away. Owen, you're backing away as well?
Yeah.
It continues the dance. It crawls out of the nest, continuing to follow you slightly down the hill, staying about 4 to 5 feet away from you.
Oh no.
Never more, never less.
After a couple of steps in that same soft, friendly tone, Owen says, looking at this creature, looking at its eyes, he says, "Go on. Go back. You've had your fill."
Give me another check.
Easy, bro. Easy.
Jesus!
It kind of puts its head down, its eyes kind of narrow a bit, and we're gonna take a quick break. As you... I really need to remember to lay that break. Maybe this is... I swear, this is gonna be a session I add the little doo-doo between things.
Like I said, we all do our little hum, and then you just pick them at random.
We'll see. So, as you kind of, as politely as you can, request that this large, massive apex predator of the skies walk away, it kind of kneels down, looks at you, and almost like staring, and then lays down. Still outside the nest, but it's laying down.
Like, I'm gonna watch you leave.
That's what it looks like, yeah.
Owen smiles at the creature, inclines his head a bit, and begins, or continues backing down the hill.
Alright, you do so. You get back down the hill. Nothing else seems to have happened. You have lost sight of this large creature.
Back to the camp, lads.
Don't have to tell me twice.
After this stressful half-hour journey, you spend a brisk 15-20 minutes returning. Meanwhile, Walker. It is slim pickings, but you're able to find a couple of just look like field rabbits. They're brown and simple. But
we take those?
Yeah, you find a couple.
Not asking for much, as long as I got a couple.
Yeah.
How many exactly?
2. One is about average, one's a little below average. Nice.
Damn. Didn't think there much in this field, but at least I got something.
And that still took you probably a better part of an hour to find.
That's fine. Walker will eventually head back with his grab.
So, after about an hour has passed, Simon, you being the one who is up and presumably paying attention, I hope.
Yes, sir.
Because Henry's not, and Evian's trying to sleep, would notice the foursome that headed west returning at a probably brisker pace than they left.
How'd it go, guys?
Just for the context, I guess. Owen is, I think, at the back of the group, and he looks immensely pleased with himself.
So, how'd it go?
You would not believe the big ass bird we saw.
It's not really a bird, though.
It's not the bird.
After you say it's not really a bird, Simon just tilts his head like a dog.
It was like some kind of griffin.
Griffin?
I think. Yeah? Like a baby one.
Owen?
What?
Input from Owen?
Why? What, you don't believe me?
It's as she says.
Okay. So you guys just saw some big griffin. Ron was with you guys. You guys could have went. You guys could have smoked. I don't know what you guys were doing.
Henry kind of like motions to Simon. The lad's got a point.
But you've got the pipe weed, Henry.
He nods. Would you like some more?
No.
Motions it towards you.
Simon just face palms.
He
so you guys saw a griffin.
Not in a traditional sense. I mean, I think it was one, just maybe like a different. I don't know. It's kind of like when you like a different breed of griffin.
Different breed. Have I ever heard of that before, Ben?
Have
different breed of griffin.
Give me a nature check, son.
This one didn't have talons. It just had wings.
Two legs and 2 wings.
Nope.
You've heard of griffins? The concept of different types is even a bit foreign to you. Like, they're already a weird thing that vaguely exists.
Yeah.
Like...
Well, I've never really heard about different types of griffins, but...
Well, maybe you don't learn everything in school.
So gives a big smile to that. I guess you're right.
Well, it was in this fuck off big nest, like it was just a baby one. Maybe it's not such a good idea that we spend the night here. If it has, parents flying around.
I mean, if we sleep under a tree, will it really see us?
Van, based on the previous check, or if you'd like me to make another one, what does Owen know about the eating and hunting habits of regular griffins?
What did you roll? You rolled a
15.
15. You would know that they are almost exclusively carnivores. Normally they live very far from civilization and they hunt, they'll be in large mountains, they'll hunt mountain goats, things like that, maybe deer, they'll come down and hunt, deer, other larger game. This is weird, like most things, it's not something you expect to find close to civilization.
Yeah.
But you, with what you saw, it probably is, you've probably seen a couple of farms so far that were further outside of Cole proper. It wouldn't be a stretch to say that it may be partaking in the occasional farm horse.
Or cow.
Does Owen have a big grin on his face, or just look happy, or whatever?
Yeah, he does. He is in generally high spirits.
So, did you, turns to Owen, did you end up killing it? Is that...
What? No! He looks hurt.
It's just a baby!
So you went up on top of a hill, saw a baby griffin, and Owen has the biggest grin I've ever seen.
Well, because he, became friends with it. It was trying to follow us back.
We had a moment, Simon, that's all.
Aww. Why didn't you have him come on?
Because I thought he might eat one of us.
I mean,
Yeah, didn't it try to snap at your hand?
Aye, but you don't blame a hungry dog when it tries to eat out of your hand and nips you a wee bit.
How many ROMs
You
big
don't?
are we talking?
Well, no, it's just hungry. It didn't mean to bite you.
How big was this?
Like a big horse.
Big horse. Okay. So yeah, probably not the best to have with us.
Well, I'm sure if we went waltzing into town with that thing in tow, we wouldn't be greeted with a welcoming party.
Oh, but wouldn't it be something to fly? Owen gets like a wistful look in his eyes.
Well, when this is all done with, you know where to go.
If only there was more time. Got a bit of a gift for animals, but places to be, I suppose.
Would Walker be coming back in here, Ben, or?
Yeah, probably about the time you guys finish up with this conversation. Walker would show up with a couple of rabbits strung up.
And without missing a beat, he goes back where he was and begins butchering.
Moses Walker, you would not believe what we just saw over the hill there.
Oh my god!
Of all the times for you to be gone.
What did you just call him?
Looks.
Oh. Yeah, I guess you weren't here the other night.
No, that's when they were in jail.
Well, maybe it'll be better if you heard it from him than me. It's kind of spilled out of my mouth.
Firstly, what are you talking about? What did I miss?
Just after you left on the hunt, saw something out to the west, and at Lily and Ron's insistence, we went to investigate what it was. We climbed that hill over there. You can't really see it now; it's too dark. But there's a hill there, and at the top, it was a great big beast. You know what a griffin is, Walker?
Ben, do I know what a griffin is?
Nature check, please. Let's see what you know about griffins. Yeah, you know what a griffin is. You know that they're, slightly larger than horse-sized half-birds. And they're pretty much as close to an apex predator as you can get in a place like this.
So dangerous.
Yes, you know that, especially, like, a starving griffin will fucking eat anything. In general, they're just dangerous if you fuck with them.
Is it often an issue for travelers? Like,
no. Normally they're not near civilization.
I didn't think so. It's close to the road. It would look like it was starving.
It was about a half mile out, and it was not starving.
We should be fine then. And why exactly did you... So, what... You went out to go see... You sought it out, then what?
Then we saw what it was, and then we came back.
Alright then. We should be fine as long as it isn't starving.
I don't think it's going to hurt us.
You're not going to tell him that it looked like that was only the baby one, and there might be bigger ones?
I mean, I don't know. It could be any number of things. I mean, maybe that was there is no baby one. Maybe that was the only one. Who knows?
What are you talking about?
I mean, I had a big nest.
The nest was a lot bigger than it was.
Aye, but it's a big creature.
But the nest seemed a bit excessive.
Well, maybe it's got a mate.
And do I know anything about the nesting practices? It's a rough one.
Like, Alex, would you like to give William a quick breakdown on the nesting practices of birds?
It varies extremely widely depending upon the bird.
Okay, thank you.
Nice.
Generally, like nests multiple times the size of an animal is probably on the stranger side.
Are griffins known to be, like, in groups? Do they work together? Like,
No,
I'm sure that'd be a pretty
family-based, but not really. There's no such thing as a herd of griffins.
Right.
A flock.
Yeah, oh god.
But, like as far as, like,
It's terrifying.
People being harassed by hungry griffins, is there ever more than one, like, these stories?
Maybe two, but, like, no, mostly it'll just be a starving griffin. Like, the idea of a group or more than one is very strange. Unless that is a juvenile and there is a parent, then yeah.
They're not usually known to be in groups, so I don't think it's too much to worry about.
Am I the only one worried about this at all?
No.
Oh, come on, Rom. You saw what happened. It's fine.
I'll keep the fire
And
going
if
in an eye
it was
out.
a bear over there on that hill, you wouldn't be worried about that neither?
Not if what happened with the griffin happened with the bear, no.
You know, sometimes I think some of you just...
Rom, I'll take reasonable precautions. I'll keep the fire going all night and keep an eye out, as I usually do.
You can see at this point Henry is cleaning out his pipe and checking it to see if it was spiked with anything.
If brains were leather, you wouldn't have enough to saddle a June bug.
Was that directed at someone?
I think it was directed at Owen.
Not really directed at anyone. She's just like...
Just an expletive.
Kind of wigged, a little freaked out. And she just kind of like stomps over to one or whatever other side of the fire there is and just kind of like sits down.
Owen looks a little hurt, but he doesn't press the issue and goes and sits by the fire and pulls out a journal and begins writing something in it.
Owen.
Hi.
You're not worried.
Nope.
And I'm not either.
Owen nods to Walker.
And Walker will get back to his his butchering, I suppose.
Alright. So, watches for the night, please?
Did I roll my watch for the beginning, or no? We can get there.
So, first watch, please.
It's gonna be me.
I'll get mine out of the way for the night as well.
Simon, for the most part, it is quiet. Are you doing anything in particular, or just keeping a general eye out?
Just a general eye out.
You can see Walker working on those rabbits. I have some good, more garbage meat soon enough. Nothing else happens. Yeah. Next watch, please.
How many rations of jerky then?
Total, you would have, I would say, 7 days worth of ration from the 2 rabbits.
We can just do rations.
Right, Liliana's up next. Perception check.
Yeah.
It is very quiet. And after maybe an hour, you begin to hear this scratching sound coming from the west. Pitch black, you can't hear anything.
Pitch black I can't hear anything?
You can't see anything. I apologize.
This isn't normal darkness. This is advanced darkness.
This is middle of the night. Like the only light you have is starlight, which is very little right now. But yeah, so.
Liliana will kind of like lean into wherever it is that Walker is sitting and kind of just like, Walker.
Walker's near to the fire. Like he's keeping it stoked while working on the stuff. And he's at this point. Hang on, is this first or second watch?
Second watch.
Second.
At this point, he's probably has the meat on like skewers drawing over the fire.
Walker, psst.
Walker just kind of looks at Liliana.
I heard noises coming from the direction of the griffin nest.
That direction was explained, right?
Yes.
They mentioned Walker would look in that direction to see if there's anything in particular that's worth seeing.
You don't currently see anything. Though, after a moment of focusing, you do hear what sounds like a scratching or dragging sound.
Does it sound like it's getting closer?
Yes,
farther?
Vaguely. It's slow.
Alright.
Owen really bonded with the baby. Maybe it's coming for him.
Well, we'll wake him up if it gets too close.
You hear a loud sound, and you see, as these two massive wings take flight, a silhouette into the sky, holding something in its back legs. Kind of flies and starts getting a little bit of momentum. See what looks to be, as best you can, Liliana, that same griffin flying closer to the camp.
Is it heading towards us?
Yes. With surprising grace, it is holding something in its back legs.
And the wingspan definitely makes it look like it was the bait, like the one we saw, and not one that's
not
bigger.
No, this.
Okay.
Walker's gonna quickly stoke the fire, get it burning a little bit brighter, and then
Liliana's gonna like crawl over and like shake Owen awake.
As long as she's doing it. Yeah, Walker will just get the fire burning brighter, and then maybe put a hand on his crossbow.
Owen.
Owen rouses from sleep. When you went to wake him up, you probably wouldn't have been paying attention, but he was smiling in his sleep.
Oh my god!
I
want to say it just makes Liliana look so much more frustrated right now.
he wakes. He's a bit groggy. Oh, what's going on? What? Oh, I was dreaming. What's happening?
Landing right next to the fire now.
Baby?
You see what looks like a headless, half chewed up calf. Just the body slams next to the fire, about 6 feet away from Walker.
I think at this point Walker is going to.
And you see the griffin begin to turn back in the direction it came.
It brought you a present?
Oh, how sweet!
You would note, looking over, the way it landed, there's some blood that kind of spurted all over Walker's chest and face.
Owen suppresses a giggle.
Then, is viscera good? Like, this isn't a good thing to like eat, is it?
I mean, only one way to find out.
Oh my god!
I don't think that's fucking true. I think Walker would know that you don't eat fucking roadkill. You know?
It looks fairly fresh.
Jesus Christ.
Pemmican.
I want to say that even like Liliana, like she is clearly trying to like bite the inside of her cheek to not laugh at the way Walker looks at this moment, but she fails and she kind of snorts audibly.
Walker does not seem to care about the laughter, anything like that. Just wondering if it's a good idea. Just wondering if it's a good idea to fucking butcher that. One hand doesn't want to waste shit, on the other hand,
you don't know what kind of diseases a griffin has.
Yeah, like.
If it's taking animals from the nearby farms, do you think they're mad about that?
Most likely.
Oh, Lily, don't say that. I don't want to roll into coal only to go to the stocks and find a bounty out for a griffin? That would break my heart, it would.
Really grown attached, haven't you, Owen?
I suppose too much. It reminded me of someone.
Someone.
Not someone. Something.
I can understand. It was terrible what had to happen with that dog we fed on the way from Dunrock. But we had to wait before it tried to swim towards us.
When Walker mentions the dog, Liliana looks very sad.
I hope he's alright.
I do as well. I won't be butchering that, by the way.
It might be better not to. Because if it looks like it was... Oh. Sorry, let me unblock this. I muted it.
Oh God, So Vin is teaming her that she wants to fucking eat it, apparently. So that's pretty cool.
No. Oh fuck! Oh no!
So fucking easy to call shit like this.
It's not that Liliana pointedly looks up and starts like smacking Owen's shoulder to like look up.
What? Owen looks up.
Turning back, there is a much larger silhouette you see now, coming from that same direction. This one about 3 times the size.
Liliana like scrambles to start waking everybody up.
Well, there'll be time to eat my words later. Everyone, get behind me.
Oh,
I've got this. No, I've got it.
Owen! It's
Is it heading towards us, Ben?
It is coming in your direction, yes.
Oh, shit. Walker would definitely not be behind Owen completely.
You would also...
Why is it not
You would also know that it is moving about 3 times as fast as the baby was.
Y'all are so dumb, you could throw yourselves on the ground and miss. What did I say? What did I say?
It's going to be fine.
Calm down.
Calm down.
We
Walker
don't
once
want
again
to spook it.
has a hand on his crossbow. I imagine is imitating or doing a very similar pose to Owen with that one hand forward. With that whole thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You note as it gets closer, this one, while a similar makeup, it has almost a mane of small, like, down feathers around its head, similar to a lion. But definitely feathers.
Like it's a papa?
I mean, you got 15. Yeah, you would know this is a male. Also, it's... From what you can gather, those of you who are more perceptive, being Evian, Owen, and Walker, it looks almost silver in the light, the little light you're getting. Like, some of the feathers are like almost like reflecting the light very brightly as it's moving towards you.
Huh.
Only on the top, not the bottom. The bottom are all dark. And
it's just silverback.
It's just kind of gliding.
We're so
very
fucked.
quickly in your direction.
It'll be fine.
Nobody panic.
I want to real quick. I do want to establish that I want to use Hunter's Mark as soon as he gets within 60 feet, but not make any other actions.
Steady on, lads. It's all going to be fine.
Getting closer, it's maybe 500 feet away.
I would guess that, like, if it was going for the, snatch and grab dive, like, that would be immediately obvious.
Yeah, I would say it's considered mechanically huge.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab the arm of whoever's next to me way too tight.
And,
we need to roll for that?
Well over a 25-foot wingspan. And it just kind of is...
Can Liliana and Rom just be grabbing each other's arms, please?
Can we get a formation here? Like, I think Walker and Owen at the front in this one. So let's say Cole is like where the thing is, right? So
let's if you guys wish to form up, you may.
Infiltrate! Shield wall!
Oh, God.
Oh.
Then you need to move Henry. I'm assuming just like right between the two.
I'm hiding behind Rom.
She's the soy boys hide behind Rom.
I'm not. It's not.
I guess
it's because she's
put Rom in the middle. Alex, move Rom.
Oh, where's my window? Here it is.
I'll hide behind Evian then.
Let's put Rom in the middle. I think Liliana directly be like to the left of Rom, and like probably Simon, and just in the very back. Back of the bus, Simon. That's what they call it.
Yeah, back of the bus.
And at this point, I think we need to roll for initiative as it gets about 200 feet away.
Would I be able to do the hunter's mark?
It's about 200 feet away.
Okay.
Daddy Griff.
Rom, you're up first. What are you doing?
Oh, shit.
But the baby fed us. Why is Dad mad?
Sad.
I'm gonna hold an action to Eldritch Blast it if it attacks anyone.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Nice.
All right, Walker.
He's got not 20. Like I said, I'm just preparing myself. If it's an action, let's say I have my hand on my crossbow, I'm going to fucking glow this guy if he fucking makes an aggressive move.
Liliana.
Liliana's gonna, if it looks like it's gonna fly at them, she'll like move to dodge, like to roll out of the way.
Liliana takes the dodge action while not being in the front.
All right, Evian.
What?
Could I have grabbed like a fiery stick from the fire?
Yeah, you can grab a stick from the fire.
In that case, I will do that and just kind of hold it up, preparing to thwap it if it attacks.
Simon?
I'm gonna load my crossbow and stay in the back.
Gonna prepare an action, or
I'll prepare to shoot at it with my crossbow after
Thanks,
I reload
buddy.
it. That's what I thought you can get from me loading a fucking crossbow.
I got it from you.
Thank you.
You see, William, if it's not spelled out for him, it's just if he doesn't get it.
He shouldn't say.
Henry has drawn a halberd and is like looking around. He's like, "Oh shit, I gotcha. Stay back," and like tried to like block you guys. Amari.
I'm hoping it doesn't do anything, but if it does, it's gonna have its ears ringing. I'm just holding an action to yell at it.
It moves
yell at it with magic
to about a total of about 100 feet away. It's not going at full speed. It's more up than it is away at this point. It's probably 70 feet up and about 15 feet away. Like, it's almost directly up above you. That's its turn. Owen, you're up.
I mean, does it look like it's... Is it like doing some lazy gliding, or is it going into the combat dive?
Give me a nature check. You've seen birds of prey before. Seems like it's about to dive at something.
Can I... That's a ridiculously large creature. Can I infer that, like, if we just make a lot of noise and wave around some torches, like, that would deter it?
No idea.
Fuck. I'd also like to point out for the class that Owen is not wearing his armor.
Yeah.
Henry is either.
Neither is Henry.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess
Walker has his armor on.
I guess
His
Ron wouldn't be
+1 AC
either.
Amari sleeps in his. Imagine not having light armor proficiency and using it. SMH.
I'm just like I'm trying
Talking.
to understand as a player here what the like is it that is Daddy Bear returned home and found some weirdos camping in his backyard, so he's gonna nom those bitches? Like, is that what's happening now?
You can't tell. That's what makes it difficult.
Could be a lads, get out of the way, and we all dodge.
I don't none of my abilities are for this. I guess Owen will just will take the dodge action, and he'll just say, "Steady on, lads. We don't know if it's going to be hostile. Don't want to provoke something like that." That's my turn.
All right, Rom. Still holding.
Yeah.
All right. For the rest of you, if you're changing anything up, let me know. Otherwise, I'll assume you're holding your action still.
I would like to do something.
Okay.
Alright. If I can put a hand on Henry's shoulder and say, you don't have armor on and you have the dexterity of a boulder, get behind me and try to switch places with him.
Oh, I'll show you the dexterity of a boulder. He switches places with you, very annoyed, and he shoves it. Does that thing where he like smacks you in the shoulder as he moves past you?
How high up does he have to reach
jump to do it? Yeah.
And other than that, just hold my action.
I'm gonna take probably 10 feet back. Just let's get away from the big group.
Fuck. Oh yeah, single yourself out as a target. That's a good idea.
Not like
crazy.
back.
Walker, same thing. Liliana, same thing.
Then are we still doing the thing where the first turn of actual fighting, I'll get my thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, this one might be different because let me read it.
It's explicitly not that because it's the first turn of actual initiative.
Yeah, I would say the first turn of combat.
Okay. Then I think at this point I am going to prepare for Hunter's Mark. Just be ready to use that.
Yeah, you're holding a Hunter's Mark. Can you hold a bonus action? I don't think you can.
No. I got yelled at once for it.
Yeah, you can't hold a bonus action.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird.
That's so stupid.
That's very dumb.
I remember there was a reason for that. We would have to go back through a lot of hours for me to find where I googled and found the reason that you can't do it.
Hold, probably because hold healing word for if someone goes down or something like that.
Something, I'm sure.
Doesn't seem that crazy. Anyway, crossbow? I don't know. I guess.
Right. Amari, anything different?
Like it's for if this guy sinks its claws into Simon and he's carrying him away. You know.
Bye.
So long, farewell, Avidas, and goodbye.
It is the Daddy Griffin's turn. It is... You see it get almost directly above you. Like, if the sun were above it, you would all be in this thing's shadow now. And it turns, and you just see the starlight reflect in its eyes for about a half second as it gets tiny with how just flat, like, just straight and aerodynamic its body gets, and it starts falling directly. As wish to take any attacks, you may now. It is currently coming down towards the center of the camp very quickly. Anyone holding a ranged action
But it's not... It hasn't hit anyone.
It hasn't hit anyone.
Minus for if it hits.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it coming for us or the camp?
Can't tell. You're all it's not going for Simon, you know that. That's all you can tell.
What if we just group shift back to Simon?
Yeah, just gonna shift out of the way.
You guys want to make fun of me for stepping back, you know? Everyone's like, "Oh, let's all step back." Fuck you.
It continues to fall.
I think it's going for the cow.
And you hear this loud, ear-piercing, almost osprey-like screech. I need everyone except for Simon to give me a Constitution save.
He's used his fucking.
Con save?
Yes, Constitution.
Something blank.
Cool.
God, I suck.
You guys were all making fun of me.
Alright, Liliana, you and Evian succeed. Owen, Rom, Walker, and Amari, you are all stunned until the end of the Griffin's next turn.
Stunned!
Can I cry before that? Is that allowed? Is that allowed?
As you all
I would shed a single tear.
And just, you can't hear, and just you instinctively just go to grab your head in pain. As it comes crashing down to the ground, landing on top of the body of the calf. Who is closest to it? Who would have been...
I think we're all pretty far.
I would say Walker,
Owen,
or
Walker.
Evian, because Owen and because Evian and Henry switch places, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Though I would like to mention Evian is the biggest amongst the three.
Yes. Evian's also the one of the three who succeeded and looks threatening still.
Sad.
So it is going to, after doing that, it has it has almost landed on top of the calf and grabbed it in one of its massive talons. It is now going to attempt to hit Evian.
It has disadvantage.
16 hit?
It does not.
And it is going to attempt to get you with one of its claws.
Would this trigger
It
a
bite you and
reaction
fails,
or no?
and then and you get out of the way as it swipes at you as well.
Would you allow my reaction of my crossbow when it hits or no?
It hasn't hit anyone. Are you still? Do you want to?
It attacks.
It's attacking.
Yes.
Yeah. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Go ahead. Yeah. He's not gonna hit. And Henry, seeing that, goes, "Holy shit!" And he's gonna take a swing with his.
Did Henry make the con save?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
I really don't want
So I hate not having these players here.
Yeah.
Henry.
Love Ryan.
Oh wait, I can just type that. Like it.
Henry.
Normal. No, he didn't. He's stunned.
Tough.
So who else is? Who's the only other one not stunned right now? It's
Liliana.
Evian and Liliana and Simon. Okay, so Liliana, you're too far away to do anything, as it has landed
dog
here.
action as well.
It is going to. It took its swipes. That is its turn. You do not hit it, though it does look at you as you shoot at it. Owen, you're up.
Is he stunned?
I'm stunned.
Okay, that's your turn. Rom, you're stunned. Walker, you're stunned. Liliana, it's your turn.
Neat.
Well, shit.
Just yell at it. Look big. Make it go away.
Yeah, Lily, I mean, but it did try to attack you.
Yeah, but it missed really bad.
Okay, yeah, Liliana is going to hold an attack, waiting to see if it's going to take another swipe, or if they don't do anything, if it'll take the fucking calf and leave them.
Okay. Alright, so you're moving up to get into melee with it first?
Yeah, so she'll kind of move to get next to Evian, so that's like, now there's two big fuckers. Like, do you want to really throw down?
Alright.
Or do you want to just leave us alone?
Evian, it's your turn.
I am holding a flaming torch. I'm just gonna fucking wave it in its goddamn face and start yelling like, go, shoot.
Give me an intimidation check.
Fuck off. Damn.
He's a scary man.
Simon, you're up.
I'm gonna load my crossbow, get behind Rom, and hold an action if it hits somebody. It was a warning shot.
Okay.
Okay.
Henry is stunned. Amari is stunned. It's the Griffin's turn again. Alright, and it kind of looks around, and it is...
Gonna fuck off?
Liliana moved towards him. It's gonna take a...
Okay.
It's gonna try and bite at Liliana.
Even after Evian's being so intimidating?
That's why it's not going for Evian.
I have a plan. I have a plan.
Liliana, 22 hit?
Yeah, of course, 22 fucking hits.
Man, Simon really did a big hit on Liliana.
As it just bites into you and just... It is...
I just realized that.
If you guys are holding your actions and you wish to take them, you can.
I would if I could.
Well, those of you who
Yes.
are holding your actions. It's up to
We're
you.
stunned until its turn, right?
Oh, the end of its turn.
End
yeah,
of
so.
its turn.
Okay.
Oh, we have to wait till the end of its turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
What was that?
So that leaves
Actually,
Liliana,
long gone.
and Simon, who are currently holding their actions.
We roll now, right? It's one.
If you want to, it has made
Please don't.
It's too late. It's hurt.
Well, at least you missed again.
It goes wide again.
It's trying to kill us.
It kind of like, it
Simon,
kind of moves and
stop!
like, it almost blinds you for a second with this like, all of its like bottom, the longest feathers, Alex will tell me what they're called.
The primary feathers?
Sure. They're like a bright silver and seem to reflect
So
any light.
condescending.
And just like, almost like just a mirror. Just, for a second, and your shot goes wide. Liliana, did you want to take your reaction or not?
Can Liliana just like scream at it?
Did you hold an action to scream?
It was more of an action to if it attacks someone else, so no, she'll just not do anything.
It is now going to... gets about 10 feet in the air, holding this calf corpse in 1 foot. It is going to fly over towards Simon.
Oh my lord.
Squeak!
And it's going to take a hit at it. It is going to try and swipe at it with a claw. 13 hit?
I believe so. Yeah, it does.
Oh, you don't have mage armor up? Oh, 'cause
I
you were sleeping.
don't. I never cast
Yeah,
it.
that's
Yeah.
right. Alright, so 13 hits. That is 21 slashing damage.
Simon's down.
As it just knocks him back as it's flying. It continues to take off and start to fly away.
With me or without?
No, it knocks you down with a claw, not one of its talons. One of the claws on its
say
wing.
Oh,
he
yeah.
didn't deserve it.
And it just swiped at you as it was moving, knocking you about 10 feet back as it
Did
just
you fucking kill Simon?
just starts to take off and continue upward.
You have
That
to,
brings us to Ewan, who is no longer stunned.
I have a question.
Yes?
I remember a rule on something where if you get one shot by something from full to zero, don't you have to like make a con save, or did I?
No,
No,
if you
that's
go
homebrew.
less, if you go at 100% negative health, you die.
Oh, okay, okay,
There's no con saves or anything.
okay, gotcha.
Yeah, that's what almost happened to Carrie with the ballista. And remembered there was a death
Yeah, no, I had to look. I was like, wait a
damage.
minute. I thought I didn't realize it. Long story. We're not going to go into it.
Owen is he'll say, or he'll call out to everybody. But you said it's flying away, right?
Yes, yeah, it is flying away. It has one of it's like left talon has the corpse of that calf in it.
Don't shoot at it. Or what happened to Simon will happen to you. And Owen will turn to Simon, and he will rush to his side. And
You see, like, just a gash across his chest, and where he fell back, there's about just 10 feet of blood spatter behind him.
Damn.
Simon, you back to life. Shredded. Just your fucking chest, all the clothes you were wearing are just fucking 3 large claw marks got through to you.
as soon as Simon gets revived, as you would say, he instantly grabs his chest and actually, hold on, I have to look at the item.
It's all right, lad. I've got you.
He grabs his chest and closes his eyes, and you see, he's wearing a necklace underneath, and you see it just glow an orange. And I get to cast Cure Wounds. Actually, I can just cast it from my spellbook. I'm gonna.
Wait, why? You just need to do that as soon as you get up?
Yeah, as soon as Simon gets up, he and grabs his chest and casts Cure Wounds, but it's not his normal magic. It's his necklace glows.
And you are healed.
Let's go back up to 4. Awesome.
Alright, and you kind of look down, you can see all the wounds very quickly healing. There'll probably be some light scarring, but you'll be fine.
Hey, will be a cool scar, my man.
With that, I ask unto you, did you wish to continue chasing, or...?
No.
Okay.
Is it...
Simon will stay where
it
he
is running away.
If it's leaving, no.
Is it with Hunter's Mark distance?
It moved from 20 to... Yes, it is at the edge.
Well, let's establish that that's a thing, because it is clearly a dangerous creature to Walker, and he is setting his... What's the
sights
term?
On it, yeah.
More or less, he's keeping an eye on it.
Okay.
In the, most basic sense.
No problem. And,
but Walker is going to grab a torch from his... Wait, are we ending combat? I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're ending combat with that.
Walker's going to grab a torches from his bag, begin lighting them and passing them out.
What's all this?
Already has a fire stick.
We can't stay here now. Not after that.
Unfortunately, I agree. Oh, fuck, Evian's gonna be so goddamn exhausted. God damn it.
We can't stay here after it nearly eviscerated Simon. We need to go.
I suppose you're right.
After all...
Just wish he hadn't shot it.
After all the torches are lit and passed out, Walker's going to kick some dirt on the fire and get going.
Yeah. I assume we just very quickly pack up camp and just hit the fucking road.
How finished is my jerky?
It's like 2/3, maybe 3/4.
Like it's basically just cooked rabbit at this point?
Yeah. Some of it's starting to dry. The problem is you gotta dry it still. For the most part.
Walker, can I put that away really quickly?
I'm sorry?
Can I put it away really quickly?
Yeah, you'll probably have to finish it soon, or it'll just be cooked meat, and you really need to,
dry,
jerk it.
Yeah, jerk it real good. But yeah,
it's
Walker's gonna throw that away, and I think Walker's gonna start leading the group out. Gonna lead the group towards the road, and maybe another.
Evian will offer Simon help if he needs it. And Liliana as well.
I'm fine, I can handle myself.
Simon will ask for a hand up just to get up off his back.
Evian will just fucking lift you off of the ground. Probably wouldn't even need to do anything.
Thank you, Evian.
Mom is just grumbling, but she tries to help everyone get their shit together faster.
You guys quickly pack up your things. This is officially interrupting a night's rest. So
that doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, no one will get a night's rest
second level
at this
of
point.
exhaustion.
We just sleep all day.
And yeah, before we continue, we are going to take one final break for the night. And now we're back.
Come on.
So you guys begin your nightly trek in the middle of the night to the town of Cole.
Like, I think we're just an hour away and they let the others fucking sleep.
Oh, you don't want to make it all... it's about probably 2 to 3 hours if you want to get there tonight. Or you can...
It didn't go so well last time we walked into a town in the middle of it.
How close am I to my next level of exhaustion?
I mean...
About a 3-hour march to town.
Everyone's got... If you guys want to... Like, at this point, if you guys are going more than, like, 5 minutes away, I'm gonna want Constitution saves from everyone except Walker.
I'd like to bed down soon, please. Thanks.
Oh.
Yeah, Walker's pretty much gonna have us move an hour away. Enough that where he feels that, you know, we've moved adequately away, you know?
Okay.
Wouldn't half an hour be plenty for that?
Listen, better safe than sorry. Adequate precautions.
Alright, so with that, if you're just moving far enough that you feel safe, I'm not gonna make you roll con save.
It can fly.
This might be more of a Walker thing, but given what Owen knows about griffins, which I guess is a surprising amount, like, are we upwind from the griffins or downwind from the griffins?
I guess closer civilization would be better.
Which way is the wind blowing, then?
The wind has currently been blowing southwesterly, so you are upwind of the...
Fuck.
You didn't think I'd have an answer to that.
I mean, I knew you would. I didn't know if I would like it or not.
Yeah, but no. Walker's gonna bring us an hour away. Mention, find a decent spot and say, we should stop here. You all need your sleep. And he'd then begin setting up another fire.
With that, I'm going to need 4 new watches.
Owen will take one.
First watch, please.
Say a number.
I'll take it first.
Alright, first watch, perception check.
Here's mine.
Here's mine.
It is quiet. It is a brisk wind that occasionally picks up, coming in the direction, roughly, of the mountains. But there is nothing else that happens.
Then.
Yes.
Walker would set out the rabbit to try. Actually, that's probably a really shitty idea, so I'm not going to do that. Bringing out food, probably a bad idea here. So I imagine it'd be another, 2-3 hours, and then Walker would hit his fucking wall, have his thing, and then have the next, 4 hours. The next, till the rest of the watch is normal. So, he'd hit his wall a bit sooner since we already started.
Okay, so, second perception check, please. Who is going after Simon?
You said there has to be 4 watches?
I'll go.
Yeah, still need 4 watches.
I'll do the...
Alright, Rom, perception check, please. You hear the sounds of hooves running very quickly in your direction, though not coming from the road. Coming more from a west-southwest direction. I apologize. So, mostly west, a bit south.
From Oskin?
No, that would be east. West is the
I
other
assume
direction.
we were very close to Cole.
Yeah.
At this point.
But this is coming from a west-southwest.
Oh, my apologies.
So, like, back the way we came?
No, you came roughly from due south. This is coming from...
Is your boy still awake?
Walker is still awake, yes. Should be next watch when he gets the... Actually, should be like near the end of this watch where he hits this wall.
I shoot him a look. Like, are you fucking hearing that?
Do I hear it?
After focusing for a minute, you're like... Yeah, it's very faint, but it is starting to get louder.
Walker takes a deep breath. Wait here. And he's going to begin moving off into the brush, a little away from what it'd be like a direct line, so he can maybe get a better look at whatever this is.
I can see further in the dark than you can.
What are you talking
I have to wait here.
Because you're going to be heard.
How do you know?
You wear armor typically, don't you?
I'm not right now.
Then it's more dangerous for you to go.
Go ahead, then.
Walker moves out.
Give me a stealth check, please.
I would remind you then of the secondary feature of Umbral Sight.
Yep.
So I'm trying to move away and scout.
Alright, and give me a perception check. Well, you did half of it.
I mean, I'm sure even within that one, if they're holding a torch, I'll see a torch, right?
What you see, you see like a torch looks like hanging off the back of a horse. The horse does seem like it's moving mostly towards the road. Coming from somewhere further in the wilderness to the west. Moving at a fairly quick pace.
Is it coming? It's not coming directly towards us, though, right? It's going towards the road.
Yes.
All right. How visible is the fire from the road?
Decently, mostly because again, there's no cover for it.
Right. I think Walker will wait and see and observe. See what happens.
You see a humanoid in a cloak. They move very quickly. They get towards where the road is. And, like, they're moving, like, fast. Like, this is at a full, like, gallop. They're low to the horse, like, constantly, yeah, like, trying to get it to go faster. Cloak low over the face. You can't make out any details.
What color? Can I get a color of the cloak, or?
You can't make it out. Maybe dark blue, dark green. It's very dark. It's a dark colored cloak.
It's a torch on the fucking... Okay, it's a dark color. I'll take that.
Yeah.
If it's not red, I'll take that.
Yeah, it's not red.
Okay. And where's... I'll wait to see if he goes by or not.
And once he gets on, he continues right past the camp. Doesn't even... The body... You can't even make out the body language. It doesn't seem like even slowing down.
Alright. That's all Walker cares about. He'll head back. There's nothing. It's likely a messenger or something.
Since I accidentally brought it up, I suppose I should ask you if you prefer to be called by your first name or not.
I prefer Walker.
Okay. That's what she has to say right now.
You have my apologies, Ron, for earlier.
Well, I don't know anything about wild animals. It just seems like if there's a big one, you don't want to stay near it, even if it doesn't seem aggressive.
It was an unforeseeable circumstance, but still, you made a point that we should move on, and we did not.
Well, don't apologize to me. I didn't get sliced.
Still, we didn't heed your warning. Maybe things would have been different if I was there to see it, but doesn't matter. Either way. That Walker will get back to his sitting. I imagine he's very close to his wall, and his head begins to fucking like nod down. The typical thing where his hair gets all fucking in his face, and he,
and he's gonna have to crash now.
Yeah.
It is nearly sunrise. Like, it's almost sunrise at this point. You guys are gonna have a late morning today. Boy, howdy. Next watch, please.
If it's nearly sunrise, why do we have 2 watches left?
We never
broke up the thing.
Rest.
Like, you broke up the thing and then traveled for an hour. I would say you could get away with just one more watch.
Yeah, Owen will take the last watch.
As Owen starts along his watch, Walker is crashing, as happens most nights. Usually a little bit later than this, but I guess this is the typical time it would happen.
Yeah, like around now, or maybe a bit earlier, but yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Perception. All right. Thank you, Owen. It's quiet. It's not too quiet, but like there's that sense of like the quiet is almost overbearing in that you're like still on edge about something happening. Like you can feel like the precipice of things going to shit again in the back of your mind, but it never hits. Your watch finishes. Nothing has happened.
I imagine Lug Walker's finished about halfway through that watch, right?
Yeah, about.
Yeah. So Walker would, probably just... How many of those fucking rations were there? 7. How many for breakfast, then? Like 2, 3?
Yeah, probably.
Since they weren't able to just, like, be jerky, so Walker will get them ready for everyone to, eat as they're waking. Divide them up.
Guys, pack up your hastily made middle-of-the-night camp and begin a later journey than would have expected.
Evian's pretty much gonna sleep until someone wakes him up.
Same for Liliana.
Because he is a tired boy.
It would be Owen's responsibility to wake everybody up, right? Since he's the last watch.
That would be right, yeah.
He lets everyone sleep in.
Alright.
My man.
You guys complete a night's rest. Have your hit dice back. Level of exhaustion removed, etc. And you have a couple of hours journey to Cole. So, who is going to be keeping watch as you guys head towards the town of Cole?
Walker would lead everyone.
That'd be the Walker and Owen again?
Evian is going to take his normal spot at the back of the group.
Alright. Perception checks, please.
I roll very poorly. It's been a week.
It is quiet. It is nice. It is a cooler day than the last few. Not cold by any means, but there's a hint of actual weather on the wind as it occasionally breezes through and actually cools you off a bit. And it is about an hour and a half, almost 2 hours into your journey, that you see before you the gates of the town of Cole. There have been a modicum of farms around this town, most of them not large. This is not the best soil, and everything here is loamy and kind of damp. Not a full-on swamp, but if it had more trees, it would definitely be more swamp-like. But it is, again, loamy. There's occasional little stagnant ponds. You get kind of that smell of standing water. Mosquitoes are becoming very common. And you see buildings in the distance at the base of the mountain, the small mountain range. And between a couple of them, you see a large wall with a decently large door set of doors. Don't know why I couldn't say that. Embedded
There's
in
a large wall with sets of doors?
Yes, embedded in them. A small gate, if you will.
Oh, like a city gate?
Yes, it is a city gate. This is the first city I think you guys have come across that actually has walls.
Does anyone have business they need to take care of inside the city?
Other than probably sleeping all day, no.
I suppose it would be responsible to let someone know about the griffins.
I have business at the Intelier anyway. I can let them know.
They're probably aware. But...
Aye, but if they're not...
No reason not to mention it.
And as you guys approach the gates, you can see there's a couple of Intelier guardsmen outside. They kind of not flag you down, not wave to you, somewhere in between. Like, hey, need to acknowledge us. And you can hear almost like a banging, like you would expect when people are going like chug, 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 like that in like a tavern. But it's not. It's like people banging on weapons or something inside the gates, very excitedly.
Walker will approach. You said there was a guard that's waving.
There are two guards on the side, on either side of this currently closed gate. There's
a
smaller door. There's a smaller door of about 8 feet, and then the main actual double gates are about maybe 14 feet or so. The smaller door is currently closed, and between it are where the two guards are. The smaller door built into one of the larger sides of the gate.
Walker will approach the closest one.
Real quick, then, before, like, when we hear that, are we far enough away to where Owen could say something without Intelier here?
Yeah.
So he would just kind of say, Owen would say to no one in particular, there's a red band here. We should best conclude our business and move on.
If nobody needs anything, do we need to stop at all?
I need to
It'd be
sleep.
strange to go now, anyway.
So with that, as you guys approach the gates of Cole, this incredibly strange journey through the Heartland, which has had incredibly weird highs and lows that you would never have expected coming into this leg of this journey to Starshore. And as you hopefully get a chance to rest in a proper bed, maybe for a night, we are going to go ahead and end tonight's session.